Good afternoon, actually good morning. Today's a special day.
Yeah.
Because today is Good Friday, Holy Friday. And today is Holy Friday, and here with Soufyane. Soufyane is one of our amazing agents here. He's been here for a while, but you know, he's not just an agent. And many of our agents, they do a couple of things, but Soufyane, he does some really cool things that helps a lot of our buyers out, and that is taxes. Yeah. Especially for our self-employed Uber drivers, the gig economy that we have going on out there in the world, right? You help out with that a lot. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, 100%. And thank you for having me today, Michael.
My pleasure.
So yeah, and like you said, my name is Soufyane. My last name is Ilboudo. For anybody that's trying to like contact me, so yeah, and yeah, pretty much what I do on the side is Uber. I have a business for Uber. I mean for taxis. I'm sorry, and a lot of people in America. Most of the people in America, especially immigrants, that drive Ubers.
I see, like, they just do a lot of gigs. Yeah. If it's not Uber, it's Uber Eats. If it's not that, it's something else. It's something that they have a 1099 work.
So yeah, they have a 1099, and most those people some of them want to buy a house.
That's right.
And they don't know how to go about it.
That's right.
And I keep telling them, you're looking for someone when it comes to driving Uber and trying to buy houses, I'm the right person for you guys. And a little bit about this thing going on is this. If you want to buy a house and you're driving Uber, there's one thing you got to know. Get ready to pay IRS.
That's right. That's right. Because I think a lot of people try to structure their taxes where they don't have a huge tax liability.
Exactly.
But that hurts them when they're trying to buy a house because now they have no real income to support a mortgage payment.
You got it, Mark. I must just take a scenario that just happened yesterday. I have a client yesterday that came to the office and he said, like, all right, so listen, can you help me out? Because I'm trying to buy a house, but this is what I do. I drive Uber. I'm like, this is your main income? And he said, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, watch this. So are you ready to pay IRS almost 30K or 40K?
Right.
And he was like, what do you mean? No, I'm not ready for that. I'm like, all right, so if you're not ready for that, so then you can't buy a house. So, and he said, please walk me through.
Because you got to show the income.
Exactly. I'm like, so here's the thing. You driving Uber, how much you average per year? And he said, I make almost 140.
In Uber sales?
Uber sales. No.
Yeah, I mean, in Uber, I call it sales, right? But Uber, 140,000 in Uber sales.
Exactly.
Now, what are the expenses, right? Gas, and then when you have a cab, the payments are different than you and I buy a regular car.
You got it, you know what I'm saying?
Right? Like, so, you pay weekly or something.
Exactly, you pay weekly. So I have to offset all of these things. But that's not a problem. The main problem is what? So I'm going to offset too much taxes when it comes to this. So, of course, we do have pros to offset those taxes, which is fine. But we can't lower it too much because when you lower it too much, so you're going to come back, you ended up with a net income of something like a 20K or 25K.
But you're driving a Benz.
Exactly.
You know, and you got so much, we see that all the time on small business owners here locally.
It's not helping. It's not helping. So now, I came up with
not in a wealth building strategy. It helps in keeping money in my pocket and not paying IRS, which we never want to do that.
Yes, 100%.
We always want to pay the max of what we owe them.
But sometimes we don't even talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later. So yeah, and again, the scenario that happened yesterday. So he made 140K.
Yeah.
He wants to buy a house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we need to come up with a game plan.
That's right. It helps them structure it.
With the next 2 years.
That's right.
And I said, okay, what kind of house are you looking for? Is it a single family house, a multi-family house, two-family house? Which one are you looking for? And he said, I just want a single family house. And I'm like, all right, so here's the thing. I'm going to take care of when it comes to the taxes. But for the real estate part, I could do it. And I also have a team that I work with. That's right. Michael. So we're going to sit down. Yeah, 100%. So we're going to sit down and go over with Michael, which is my team leader. Yeah. So we sit down, we go over, and then he's going to also structure the kind of stuff that when it comes to the houses, what we're supposed to do. Right. And for that being said, first, remember this. We got to average at least $100,000 or 120.
Right, income. Right. Unfortunately, you have to show the income for the next 2 to 3 years.
For the next 2 to 3 years. Yeah. But he's been doing Uber for the past 8 years.
Wow. Now, can you go back in time and do the taxes for 2024 or an adjustment for 2024, 2023?
Yes, we could do that. But guess what? He gonna pay too much taxes then.
Then he's got to come out of pocket for those back years as well. Okay.
Years.
Because I've heard of people doing, what do you call that when you go back in time? Amendments.
Yeah, you gotta do the amendment, which is using the form 1040X, which is the form for IRS to file the taxes, to amend the taxes.
Got it.
But he don't want to back tax those and then pay like almost 70K.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna have to sit down now and plan ahead.
Right.
So planning ahead meaning, okay, from now on moving forward.
That's right.
So then this is what
and
we're
put
gonna
some of those Uber sales money away, 10% to whatever that number is, so that you know at the end of the year you got that covered.
Yeah,
and we have to claim the full number.
Exactly. So, and also this is what I told him. I said, listen, you could do something else. Try to get a job, a W-2 job.
There you go.
Once you get that,
there you go.
Yeah, once you get that W-2 job,
you can offset
it. Can offset them, balance them just a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you won't have to pay too much taxes.
Yeah.
And he said, bingo, I'm trying to do this.
There you go.
You know, and
he's lucky he met you. Because he would have been doing the same thing over and over years and then would get frustrated why he can't buy a house.
That's what I'm talking about. So then I couldn't just break down everything because like he wasn't my client because you got to be a particular special client for me to like just break down everything.
Right.
But then he was not that, so I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I have to sign a paper contract between him and I. So,
right.
And then from now on, I represent him if anything happening, so we do it together.
Man,
so then, yeah.
So for all my self-employed small business owners, you run a daycare, a dry cleaners, Uber, you got a restaurant. The way you structure your taxes will impact what you can afford on the mortgage side.
Yes.
And often you hear a lot of our small business owners say, have X amount of dollars under the mat, whatever, in the bank, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's really how the income is. Now, you could end up doing a DSCR loan where the loan is based on the projected income of that property, but then that's a whole nother conversation I'm not going to have with him. I'm going to have that with a lender, but I love the way that you can help, I think, some of your clients structure their finances.
Yeah.
I think particularly because you're never too.
Yeah.
You're a small business owner, and you have a W-2 income. You're a professor.
Yeah, I teach.
So tell us a little bit about your professor where, because I've been to your college, and that was the most fascinating place I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, that's a mechanics school. It's called, I don't know if I can.
Yes, please.
It's NYDI, the New York of Transportation Technology. It's in Queens. In Queens, by the way.
That's right.
And the student graduate with the associate degree in auto industry mechanic, pretty much, you know what I mean? And
fixing buses, trucks, cars too, right?
Yeah,
all of it.
All of it. And you know what's the good thing about this?
Yeah.
We have this thing what we call career fair, meaning every quarter of the year, the big companies come to the school and trying to hire the best student.
Like Honda or Mitsubishi, all these companies.
Tesla,
right.
all those big companies coming to the school and be like, hey, they're presenting the show and the companies and say who wants to work there. So once you graduate, you can go come there straight.
Wow, that's really cool.
Those best students
it's funny. Vocational schools exist, but when I came to your campus, I was like, wow, this is really cool. You had trucks inside. You had people working on cars right there.
They just work, they build it. I mean, I wouldn't say they build it, but they work on the car from scratch.
From scratch, engines, everything.
Everything. And
but you're not handy.
I'm just teaching mathematics.
He teaches math. He doesn't teach the mechanical stuff.
Yeah, the professors are different. Everybody is assigned to a job, a specific job. So we have theory and you have practice.
Right.
Lab and theory.
But you know what's funny? Like watching you teach math, you forget how much math plays a part in all of our professions, right? Like math is, the measurements of things, a quarter of an inch times a quarter of an inch, what is that? A half, that's an eighth of an inch.
So people, his thing, sometimes when I teach my student, they'd be like, oh, what are we going to do with this math? I'm like, trust me, you do math every single day, but you just don't know that you do math. The fact that you have to think.
Right.
With the numbers, and then even driving sometimes, you'll be like, all right, so I just gotta make that left turn, I have to make that right turn, trust me.
At what degree angle when you're driving the big 18-wheel Mack truck? Yeah, that's all math. That's all math. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's amazing. It's amazing.
You're very fascinating, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Michael. Like you, likewise. So yeah, and there's one last thing I want to talk about when it comes to the taxes, which is called the ITIN number.
The ITIN number, right? That is for a non United States residents, right?
Yes.
Or business owners too, right? They get an ITIN number,
Yes.
right?
Some people got the money, but they don't have a Social Security. So we, as a firm, we can apply what we call use the form W7 and then send it to the IRS and get those ITIN number.
Oh, so you can help people get an ITIN number.
Yes.
You hear that? That's good to know. Because I think a lot of people are like, well, how do I go about doing that? Or sometimes there's a large fee in doing that, right? If you do it online or something.
But I can take care of that, meaning my business can take care of that. What do you got to do? So sometimes you just come with the documents that I'm going to ask you for, and then we send the form to IRS, and then you get the ITIN number within the next 7 to 11 weeks.
So if I'm starting a business, don't I also need an ITIN number too?
No, you don't, because you're American.
No, but don't the business, like a S Corp or LLC, gets an ITIN number?
No, you get the EIN number.
EIN number, sorry.
Yes, the EIN number is different than the ITIN number.
Sorry.
So EIN stands for business.
Got it.
And ITIN is for people living in America that don't have a Social Security number.
Got it.
So then we apply this.
You can assist them with that.
I can assist them with that.
So again, my small business owners, my Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, I don't want to rule you out.
Yeah.
Anything you're doing and you don't have an ITIN number, give Soufyan a call.
Yes.
You want to learn how to structure your taxes so that you can buy real estate and build wealth here in America, give Soufyan a call. If you have kids that are handy and they want to work on cars and trucks and all that stuff, give Soufyan a call. Why should they give you a call? If you want to buy a house here in the Bronx, you give Soufyan a call.
Give us a call.
Give us a call, man. We're here to help. And thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it, Michael. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.